you get when a university professor decides to open a brewery? You get faculty brewing. So Mauricio, tell me, how did faculty brewing start?
It started as a space where, one, we can have people new to the beer industry learn about beer. I've been in the food industry for a while, so food manufacturing, and those years took me a little bit into Molson Coors. I worked there a little bit. I had that passion about wanting to start a brewery. Now, being a home brewer myself, I always faced myself with customers or friends that didn't really experience or explore craft beer because they didn't know what it was. Like, oh, IPA could be too bitter, or like this, I don't know what it is. But when they learned about it and they tasted it, then they made a better choice. So faculty started as that, like, okay, I want to have a place where you learn about beers, and then because you learn them, you try them, then you're willing to explore more. So there's more people drinking craft beer, and then we get them all into the community.
So you're a university professor.
Yes.
Does that have anything to do with the numbers that are next to each beer?
Yeah, so on that idea, so part of a bit of both. So yes, the brand faculty works very educationally, and when somebody doesn't know what a beer is, then they don't order it. So beers have beautiful names, like, I don't know, I'm gonna think beers that I like, the Passive Aggressive, the Talisman, Ocean. But what does it mean? Is it a strong beer, an easy beer? So for a customer to know how strong or how complex a flavor is going to be, we felt numbering them like school courses. So we took the idea from the academia, where the 100 level beers are the easiest beers, and then 200 gets more complex, 400, gets on the almost graduation level, and then master's degree 500, 700, right? They get a little more complex as they go. So the idea was, if you have no idea what's an ISA, what's an IPA, what's an ESB, what's a stout, look at the numbers and like, I feel like a 100 level beer today. It's very hot. Oh, I want to pair it with like a spicy meal. Let me go for a 700 level. So the numbers was a way of naming the beers that also make a lot of sense to the customers. And then, you can play always with numberings. Numbers are pretty clean, and people remember them quite well, especially when, I don't know, our IPA that are being 778, which matches to be the area code. So that's a pretty,
You're educating the drinkers a little bit.
Yes, we want to be a platform where you can learn. I mean, we more like being the space for that to happen. Like, I mean, we want to also learn from like experienced from brewers and stuff to send us, and we will people, if you wanted to learn, to come with us. So we don't want to claim like we're the educators. Like, no, we are the facilitators of more recipes and the recipe discussion, but we're the facilitators of somebody trying to join the craft beer industry to grow with it. Like people did it with coffee, people did it with shoes. Like when you learn about, where your product comes from, where is it made, how is it made, you're more willing to make that choice. So everybody not joining craft beer yet, well, maybe come here, hear about how it's done, maybe you join the craft beer community.
Thanks, Mauricio. Cheers.
Cheers.
Faculty Brewing serves their beer straight from the tank. Cheers! All of Faculty Brewing beer recipes are available online at facultybrewing.com. Cheers!
So Jackie, how did you get started here at Faculty Brewing?
Well, I did the program at Kwantlen Polytechnic University. So in my first year at the career fair, I had the chance to meet Mauricio, and then again at the Series Cast Festival. I met him and Inge, who was the head brewer here at the time. They were awesome. I chatted with them for quite a while, and I guess I left a pretty good impression. The following year, I was working at Peril 49, and I met Mauricio again, and they just happened to be looking for a couple of brewers. When I spoke to him, he asked if I wanted to apply for the job, so here we are now.
Here you are now, okay.
Yes.
So, which beers here are yours right now? Like, which recipes are yours? What have you brewed here?
So my recipes that are on the board that you can see right now are the 435 Amarillo Hazy Pale Ale, the 250 London Fog, and the experimental Belgian Tart, which is a little pilot project that we did. The rest of them are recipes that Mauricio has developed himself. And we are playing around constantly, of course.
So what's next for you? What's next here at faculty?
So we're doing something really exciting. So in San Francisco area right now, I don't know if you've heard of it, the Brut IPA. It's
No.
so like, they're calling it kind of like the champagne IPA. Really crisp, really dry, fermented down to like no residual sugars, and then dry hops, so it's really nice, crisp, light, and fruity. We're really trying to be the first in Vancouver to launch that, so it's in the fermenter, it's fermenting away, and hopefully we'll be able to have that out very soon.
So what got you into craft brewing? There's not many female head brewers in Vancouver.
Yes.
And you're one of only 3, I believe. So what got you into craft brewing?
So I've worked in the service industry for the better part of 10 years, and over those 10 years I've seen this wonderful surge of new beer, which is amazing, because when I first came of drinking age, it was just clear beer, and I didn't find it very exciting. So seeing this surgence, I just loved it more and more, the availability. I have a background in science, chemistry, and biology mostly. I thought of beer when I first was going to school, and it kind of dropped off for a while, and with this huge surge of breweries coming back, I'm like, you know what I want to do? I want to brew beer. I love beer. Let's do it. And Kwantlen just happened to have a program, and just sort of found myself fitting in really well.
Perfect. Thank you. What are you guys drinking today?
Tonight I'm drinking the Centennial ESB.
And I'm drinking the Amarillo Hazy Pale Ale.
So what brought you guys to Faculty Brewing today?
The manager of the place, like Mauricio, I met him in Leeds, England, like 12 years ago. We lived together in a shared house. So we haven't seen each other since 12 years, and Liz and I are on a bike trip throughout America and Canada, and we landed in Vancouver a couple of days ago, and we thought we'd go and visit my friend Mauricio. And good thing is, he's got a brewery.
A beer reunion. Thank you.
Yeah, it's an happy rain. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. So guys, what are you drinking here today?
The Amarillo Hazy IPA.
And
I'm having the blonde.
And what brought you guys to Faculty?
Well, I know the owners, and they're fantastic people, and Raz just called me up and said, hey, can we quickly meet for a pint? And this is on the way.
And it's a beautiful day.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers.
So Jackie, you got 4 beers here each. What's the first one here? What do we have?
So let's start with our London Fog Ale. So this beer has had a lot of input by me. It is a collaboration with Silk Road, and we actually put their London Fog tea in our whirlpool, and it gives it this beautiful bergamot, citrus, and vanilla flavor. Yeah. This is our Amarillo Hazy Pale Ale. So this one I built the recipe completely by myself. It features Amarillo hops. We did it for an art show, and it's been a fan favorite ever since. So this is our ESB. So this one is a tried and true. It's been here since I started. It's Centennial hops all the way through. The boil, 15 minutes whirlpool, and it's got some double roasted crystal malt, which gives it this really nice sort of malt character, a little bit of sweetness. One of my favorite go-tos for sure. There's our Bravo ISA. So we wanted to do an ISA, and we were working with the opera. So Rachel came up with the clever idea of using Bravo hops. So I wanted to really feature them. We used it a bunch in dry hops, so it gave it this nice citrus characteristic, still some bitterness, and we used a little bit more malt complexity in it to give it lots of flavor, even though it's a lower alcohol content.
So to wrap your Faculty Brewing, for more information, check them out online at facultybrewing.com.